guys, it's Super Kozak and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Kozak. I'm an aspiring author of dark urban fantasy and contemporary fiction, and occasionally I make videos. Very occasionally. I am super excited that it's October, otherwise known as Preptober for those of us doing National Novel Writing Month. For those of you who don't know, in November, a bunch of writers get together and try to do the very crazy thing of writing 50,000 words in a month. So during the entire month of November. I personally have never completed National Novel Writing Month. I've attempted multiple times. I don't think I ever attempted consecutively. It's just been kind of sporadic, random attempts throughout my teenage years and my young adult years. And I actually think it's been 4 or 5 years since my last attempt. Anyways, I'm hoping that my long break does me more good than harm next month, but of course we will see. So like a lot of other author tubers have already done, I thought it'd be fun to do a Preptober video dedicated to what I'm going to be doing during the month of October to prep for the glorious month of November. Now, because I'm such an amateur writer and I've never completed National Novel Writing Month, anything that I recommend to you might not be good advice. So keep that in mind. But on the other hand, everything that I'm doing is so general and common sense. I think it probably won't lead you astray if you do something similar to what I'm doing, but do so at your own risk. Obviously, the very first thing, my priority number one during October, is to do a ton of writing. During the month of September, I got pulled into an extra project at my job and got almost zero writing done during the month of September, which was really disappointing, but I'm taking it in stride. My goal for the month of October for my current work in progress is to add 25,000 words. That might seem a little crazy before going right into National Novel Writing Month, but I feel like it's really important for me as someone who's never completed NaNoWriMo to keep my writing muscles loose and to really stretch myself so that I'm ready for National Novel Writing Month. When I'm filming this is only October 2nd, so as of right now, I'm good on my commitment to write 25,000 words. I wrote enough words of my requirement yesterday and I'm planning on writing today, but you never know with me. It could just burst into flames and explode, and yeah, I'm a disaster. The second thing I'm going to be doing during the month of October to prepare is a lot of reading. I am currently finishing Ashes on the Moor by Sarah M. Eden. This is actually kind of sad because I was tidying up my desk and I picked up this book and looked at it where the bookmark was, and I was like, I swear I finished this one. That's how unmemorable this book has been for me. I don't usually read romance novels, so that might be the biggest issue with why it just hasn't been that interesting for me. But I also find that the writer's style is just sort of kind of cheesy and cliche. I don't know, it never feels natural, especially the dialogue. The dialogue is just very awkward and clunky. Not my favorite. Not the worst novel I've ever read, but definitely not the best. Secondly, I'm going to be reading Free Fall by Tracy Hunter Abramson. She's a local author. I don't know how local, I just know she's from Utah. And it's a thriller, action, kind of CIA book, and I thought it would be helpful for my current work in progress, the one I'm working on in October. The last book I'm going to be reading, and this is to help me with my project for NaNoWriMo, is one of the Dresden File novels by Jim Butcher, which is Full Moon. I think this is the second one. I'm pretty sure I've read this one, but it was so long ago that I wanted to reread it before going on to the next one, which I haven't read yet. I think this will be helpful to read in preparation for NaNoWriMo because my NaNoWriMo project is a dark urban fantasy, which also has the gritty kind of dark humor. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just, I feel like it'll have a similar feel to the Dresden Files, so that's why I'm reading this one. So just as a little bit of background as to what my National Novel Writing Month project is, I'll fill you in on just the gist of it, I guess. So it's a dark urban fantasy which is centered around a half-blood dark elf who is torn between his life on the human side and on the magical side. He's an Iraq war veteran who has taken his skills from the special forces and applied them to vampire hunting. His life is complicated when he ends up being assigned basically the babysitting duty of taking care of two humans that accidentally discovered the magical world. With their help, he moves closer and closer to tracking down and killing the vampire that murdered his mother years ago. That's the basic gist of it. I might reveal more of it later when I feel comfortable, but obviously most of you understand it is really hard for a writer to share their ideas and work just because it's so personal and you're worried that people will think it's stupid or not worthwhile or whatever. All right, so that takes care of number 2. Number 3 for what I'm going to be doing to prep for NaNoWriMo is outlining. I've already started a little bit, but I want to extensively and really in detail outline my project for NaNoWriMo so that I don't ever suffer from not knowing where to go next. That's been one of my biggest struggles as a writer, and I'm pretty sure it's the reason I've never finished a novel on my own. So as I've been delving back into writing since my 4 or 5 year hiatus that I took, I've really been focusing on developing that skill of outlining and planning out a novel before attempting it and getting frustrated when I hit a wall and then quitting like I have done in the past. So the last 2 things I'm going to be doing aren't anything special. I just think they're kind of fun. Number 4 is I'm going to be creating a special Pinterest board for my NaNoWriMo project so that I can pin things there that inspire me and remind me about my project and just get me daydreaming and thinking about it and brainstorming and all that sort of jazz. So I'll link my Pinterest down below if you have any interest in looking at my board once I create it. Just as a sidebar, I freaking love Pinterest. Pinterest is life. I don't care if that makes me a basic white girl. I fully embrace it and accept it. The last thing I'm going to be doing, number 5, is creating a Spotify playlist, at least one, for my project. I might try to make separate playlists for the 3 main characters, but that's probably too ambitious for me. I know at least I'll be making one. Anyways, those are the 5 main things I'm going to be doing during the month of Preptober in order to prepare for National Novel Writing Month. I'm super pumped for this year. I really, really feel motivated and optimistic that this is the year I'm going to do it, and it's really going to kickstart my writing and make me feel more confident. Let me know down below what awesome things you're going to be doing this October to prepare for NaNoWriMo. If you feel like it, you can totally share a little bit about your project below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you want to keep following my journey, especially through Preptober and then National Novel Writing Month, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Let me know down in the comments if you have your own AuthorTube channel. I would love to go follow you. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching as always, and happy writing. Bye!